An all-time classic moment in Cleveland tonight. Guardians, White Sox, Jose Ramirez up to the plate, lining one down the right field line. It will be an RBI double. Jose going into second, sliding in. This is where all the trouble starts. Anderson tags him. Jose looks up at him and starts talking to him. He says, "Why are you standing over me? Why'd you have to tag me like that?" In his press conference, we find out Jose is tired of Tim Anderson disrespecting the game like that. We saw this yesterday in the Guardians-White Sox game where Anderson tagged Rocchio, hit his hand off the bag on purpose, and did get the out call for some reason. But Jose was not a fan of that. He starts talking to Anderson. Anderson throws down his glove, squares up. Jose comes to defend himself. Anderson throws the first two punches. Jose throws the punch, and it is the last punch needed. Jose knocking out Tim Anderson. What a punch there. And also, look at this. Josh Naylor, the player who's out 3 to 6 weeks with a right oblique strain. He's out there trying to calm everything down. The bullpen's empty. Tim Anderson still talking, but he can barely walk. That punch by Jose Ramirez literally basically knocked him out. He's barely standing up on his own power, having to have teammates. And look at this. I counted. There is 9 players helping him off the field. And then Terry Francona, the manager for the Guardians, yells something at Tim Anderson to get off the field. And Pedro Grifol, the White Sox manager, does not like that. So then they start arguing. Guardians third base coach Mike Sarbaugh does not like this, what Grifol is saying to Francona. So then he starts going crazy. And it gets even worse, more pushing and shoving between the White Sox and Guardians coaches, more players shouting, Jose coming back over just to see what's going on. Then it's Emmanuel Clase, Guardians all-star closer. He's getting fired up now. He's yelling at someone from the White Sox. And how about good old Brian Shaw, former Guardians relief pitcher, sorting everything out, says, guys, we're all good. But then it goes even more crazier. Tim Anderson, probably concussed, coming out of the dugout. Andrew Vaughn has to carry him right off the field. You all see in this camera shot, Eloy Jimenez slamming his fists on the dugout railing. Why? It appears he got hurt somehow. Jose Ramirez walking back to second base, even though he does end up getting ejected. Then you have Emmanuel Clase still fired up, being held back by, then again, Josh Naylor with the right oblique strain. And then we hear Tom Hamilton, the Guardians radio play-by-play, with an iconic call.
Bag at first, now Jose and Anderson square off. They're fighting, they're swinging. Down goes Anderson. Down goes Anderson.
Down goes Anderson, down goes Anderson. That will be on a Cleveland t-shirt literally by tomorrow. You will probably be able to purchase it. After the game, Terry Francona gave a very in-depth detail about the fight. So did Jose Ramirez with his interpreter, talking about all what happened, what made him mad, and how he was there to defend himself as Anderson was the one throwing the first few punches, talking about how Anderson has disrespected the game. And you've seen that from Anderson all over. In the White Sox clubhouse, though, you have Tim Anderson deleting tweets and their manager, Pedro Grifol, saying he's not going to comment on the situation. He's just going to allow MLB to figure it out. But yeah, Tim Anderson out here deleting tweets from 2012 saying, I'm about to go to sleep. Well, he went to sleep tonight. Memes popping up with Jake Paul and Nate Diaz. How about Jose Ramirez and Tim Anderson? And how about a poster board in Cleveland with Jose Ramirez and Tim Anderson? What a fight tonight. Anderson, Ramirez ending it with that knockout punch. A lot of suspensions are going to be coming from this. I would assume Jose Ramirez and Tim Anderson for sure. Maybe 1 game each for Francona and Grifol and possibly Emmanuel Clase and Mike Sarbaugh. We'll see where that goes. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time.